Green Almighty back in the building. What's good? Y'all hope y'all having a good week and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We got the homie S.P.O.T on the show tonight. Shout out to the sponsors, of course, you know what I mean? Creative Juices Music. Make sure to cop their gear off their website. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homies ID, Alucard, Jice1. Shout out to the fam, of course, Snow Goons, you know what I mean? Sick Nature, DJ Illegal, you know what I'm saying? Deck Gunner, peace to the fam. Shout out to Elite Sound International, DJ Poppy Blaze, and Blaze 'em Up Radio. You know what I mean? All the usual suspects and shit. My bad, yo, I'm a little tired, so forgive me. But gonna be a dope show. Make sure to check out that Hellspawn, Benny Holiday. You know what I mean? Gibby Stites. Yo, peace.
What's good, fam?
Chill, man. How's your week going, man?
So far, so good. Can't complain, man. How you?
Yo, I'm doing good, man. Same old. Maintain it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Good to finally get to meet you, though, man. You know what I mean? We've been politicking all week or whatever the case, man. So, you know what I mean? Finally get to put the face to the music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Likewise, man.
No doubt. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of set it off and shit. I'm real interested to hear what you gotta say. I'm gonna keep you on your toes like I usually do and shit. And yeah, so let's set it off. So how'd you come up with the name Spot Warner?
Well, Spot Warner was like an old nickname from back in the days, growing up in Brooklyn or whatever. You know, we used to tag up a little bit. You know, that's where the Warner comes from. And Spot is my real nickname or whatever. You know, I was originally part of a group. I was a b-boy, and my name was Spotlight, and my partner was Showtime. And when the group split, I became Spot, and he became Show. And later on, you know, I started writing or whatever, and that's how I got the acronym Strategy Produces Overall Thought.
No doubt. That's what's up. Yeah, yeah. I knew that was the old name. I think I threw that out there for those that didn't know and shit. You know what I mean? Get a little what do you call it? A little backstory and shit. Yeah, that's what's up though, man. Yeah, I got a chance to listen to all your shit, man. Like for the most part, like the more recent shit. You know what I mean? It's hard to have time to really blow through catalogs and actually get in depth with them. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had the opportunity to listen to the more recent shit though, like Ladies Edition. This is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that was more of what I was able to fully focus on and shit. And I had some questions for those. So I guess we start. We'll backpedal a little bit. So that This Is Everything album. I had I had couple tracks off of that. That I wanted to talk about. But I want to ask you first. Did you have any personal favorites off of that?
Yeah, definitely, man. It was really hard, you know, to pick my top three. I usually do that. Like I'll go out to my friends or whatever, my family, and I'll ask them to pick their top three. So a lot of people are having a hard time doing that. So did I, man. But I definitely would say Caravan is one of my favorites off of there. Real Ones is definitely another one. And then Everything is actually the song that set it off. So yeah. Definitely, yeah, those are my top three off of there.
Yeah, it's ironic because those were two of my choices, Everything and Caravan. Like, I mean, for the most part, it was kind of hard to like really pick, you know what I'm saying, one, to be honest with you, because like a lot of it was kind of my style. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very laid back. It had like a Ninth Wonder meets Large Pro kind of feel to it and shit. Like like some old Master Ace throwback type shit. Like that's how I felt when I was listening to it. Very jazzy. Right. You know what I'm saying? Very it felt very nostalgic to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's very nostalgic and shit, listening to it and shit. Like an Illmatic kind of feel. And it was dope. Like I love how you rhymed on it too, because you know what I mean? Like I know it's hard for a lot of artists to really go all out on like a jazzy beat, but you actually went really heavy with it, especially with the Everything track. Like I feel like your lyricism in that was very in depth, and you definitely had a real fly style to it and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I definitely appreciated that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, bro.
Definitely
Appreciate
got
that, man.
that out and shit. That shit is actually on all platforms, I believe, right? Besides Spotify, it's on Bandcamp and everything.
Yes, sir. All major streaming platforms. And yeah, I like to throw the joints on Bandcamp also. You know, that's where you can find my whole discography.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, yeah, that shit was dope, man. I was very entertained by it. You know what I'm saying? I'm jamming to that shit while I'm riding and fucking working and shit. So I like that shit. It was dope. I was actually
I
playing some of
appreciate
it
it,
to my
man.
sons. You know what I'm saying? Like they hip hop heads. They make beats and shit, and they was kind of digging it too. Like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? Because they make a lot of jazzy shit too. That's why when you was like we was discussing about possibly working on projects and shit, I was like, their
Yeah.
beats, it definitely would fit your style and shit because me more recently I haven't really necessarily touched the jazzy style shit, more like the Jedi Mind kind of slap your face type beats. But for them, they're more jazzy and shit. They really are good with that shit. So that's why, yo, fuck it, let's make an EP of this shit, man. I would
No,
definitely want
yeah,
to hear you
definitely,
on
man.
some of their shit. You know what I'm saying? So
All
that's
right.
just that.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
You know what I mean? It's just to get a little people a little perception of what's gonna happen in the future. We gonna drop some motherfucking shit. But yeah, so that album though, check that out, everybody. This is everything. That shit was hot. Um, now to hop a little further in. Actually, you know what? Instead of just hopping right into the next one, let's discuss some shit. So, who were some of your favorite artists growing up and shit? Like when you were first starting out.
Oh man, I mean, I'm a '80s baby, man. So I came up, you know, when hip hop was like probably at its peak, you know, and I definitely like, you know, like Big Daddy Kane and Slick Rick and MC Light and you know Queen Latifah, like a lot of the people that like set it off, you know, and laid the groundwork for the artists that are out today, you know, artists like myself that's doing their thing, man, you know. But I always respected the artists like LL Cool J, you know, the cats that can hold an album by themselves, you know, not having like, you know, 20 features on the album, whatever, you know, and that's something I'm proud of for that one album right there. This is everything, you know, because when you listen to it, you know, there was no features on there. The only person I had on there was my son. You know,
Yeah,
he featured on one joint, and that was it. You know, so that's some of the artists that I like listening to when I was growing up. There's a lot, man. There's a lot. It's hard to name all of them, but that's just a couple.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, for those that always watch the show, know I'm a fucking huge Nas fan. Like that shit definitely put me in that lane. But what really set me off as an MC to really start rapping was cannabis. 'Cause, like I don't know, I did that smart rap shit really just brought me into it. Like so, I definitely wanted to shed some light on that shit. So also,
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask you was you got any outside of the music, what you do, like what you do for like funny shit, like just give people some more background to you and shit. Like you play basketball, you watch movies, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, back in the days, I used to play a lot of ball. You know, it's funny because I tell my son that when we're in Brooklyn, like sometimes we'll bump into people that I haven't seen in a long time, and they'll ask me about basketball before they ask me about music. You know, so my son is always taken back by that because a lot of people know me for doing my music right now. You know, so that's always cool, man. But yeah, I enjoy sports. I like just traveling, man. Traveling is one of my favorite things to do. Just going and seeing different places around the world, man, and you know, just get inspiration along the way.
No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up. You got a favorite movie or something? Like anything you could put some people on to and shit?
Oh man, I've been watching Pluto TV, man, and they got a lot of old school joints on there right now. So I've been watching like Belly comes on every night. I'm watching that every time it comes on. What's that? Apocalypto. You know, I watch all the different joints, man. Some of the documentaries, you know, is really cool. Yeah, man. You know, I try not to spend too much time with the TV though. You know, I try not to get too caught up with it.
Yeah, there's
So yeah,
a lot of bullshit,
that's
unfortunately,
some of
on
my
TV.
joints.
So, but that's what's up, man. Yeah, nah, shit, Belly, man, that's my shit. painting full belly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm a New York head, so this type of shit kind of just hits home for me. So, you know what I mean? I definitely enjoy those type of movies. Not to sound like a stereotype, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're from New York, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? If
Yeah,
you don't know what
exactly.
belly is, man, then I don't know if you're a New Yorker or not. 'Cause that shit, DMX Nas, definitely hit home, man. Straight up.
Yeah, it's a classic. That's a classic right there, man. They got all those joints in rotation right now. So, my son gets tired of it because I'll watch it, every day it's on. It doesn't matter where it's at. If it's on, I'm letting it rock.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, I was gonna ask you. So, but then this is just to backpedal real quick. This is everything, Alf. What made you come up with that title? Like, what was the home base of the album in general? Like, what made you want to make it that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's wild, man, because the picture that I used for the cover it's an actual picture from '93 that I took in my basement in Brooklyn, and that's where we all kind of grew up there, doing different things, cutting hair, DJing, making beats, doing music. That was the spot where it all really started. And ironically, the first song, Everything, when I came up with the hook for it, that's what ended up becoming the title for the project. So it all kind of came full circle because I found that picture when the project was already done. I was thinking about artwork for the project, and when I thought about it, I felt like that was the most fitting artwork to go forward with. And it just meshed nicely with the project, all the different tracks, that had already been recorded. I like the way that it all came together. And a lot of that album I wrote when I was in Brooklyn, spending time with my boys on East Street, and yeah, that's basically it, man. That's where it all came from.
No doubt, no doubt. I just wanted to see if there's a little backstory to that shit. 'Cause, like once again, it's a dope EP album. I don't even know what to call it anymore because like it's all the same to me for the most part. I mean, it's all dope music, so call it what it is. But yeah, that shit was hot, man. To move a little further into the future for what you just recently dropped, um,
Yeah.
Ladies Edition and shit. Um, what made you come up with that title? Like, what was the whole scenario to that?
That's wild, man. I'm gonna take you back right now, man. You remember Columbia House when you get like 20 free CDs or whatever in the mail?
Yeah,
So I got I got H Town CD, and their album was called Ladies Edition, and it was like they dedicated the whole album to ladies and like domestic violence, and I thought it was a really dope concept, and I always wanted to do something like that. So later on, the OGs always said, make something for the ladies, and I just felt like this was a different project because a lot of dudes wouldn't do an album like that where it's all really songs just for the ladies. There's joints on there for the homies too, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately that project is really for the ladies, and I really enjoyed doing that project, and the feedback that I'm getting from it is crazy because a lot of dudes actually like it. I'm not surprised by it because I did put some joints on there for the homies, like I said, but the ladies are really enjoying it and they appreciate it because, like I said, a lot of cats they're not doing anything like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why when I listened to it, I was kind of surprised. I mean, 'cause I was like, oh, okay. I'm sitting here thinking like it was gonna be like an R&B album or some shit. Cause you know what I mean. You hear Ladies Edition, it's like, yo, all right, we got fucking Lil Jon out of this thing. Like, you never fucking know. But like, it was really in depth, man. I liked it. Like, it was laid back, but it also had certain tracks that kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it did. Like it does get you in that zone and shit. Like it was dope, man. What kind of track? What was some of your favorite tracks off of that?
Oh wow, definitely Fallen. The first joint featuring my brothers Louis Rich and Mo Flavor. That's definitely one of my favorite joints. I love Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce is a dope track. It's real visual. If when you're listening to the lyrics, you can put yourself in the scenario that I'm describing. So I really like that one. Wow. I'd say Love was one of my favorite joints because I did auto tune on that track, and I never did auto tune before, so that was my auto tune debut. And I like the way it came out, man. My engineer, he's always trying to get me to do auto tune on the tracks, you know. So I finally decided to do it with that one, and it came out pretty good, man. I'm happy with that one. So those are some of my favorite joints off of it.
So, what's going on now with the hip hop and the music and how they're kind of intertwining R&B and rap and shit? But what's your take on that? Since you said you don't really use the auto tune and shit. Um, so like, how did you feel after dropping that? Like, do you feel like the auto tune is something you want to continue doing, or do you feel like it was just like one swing type shit?
Yeah, it might be a one time thing, you know, because like I said, it's not my thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like I need the auto tune to carry my tracks or whatever. So maybe it's a one and done. We'll see. You know, I can't predict the future, but for now, I don't have any other tracks that I could even see myself using the auto tune. So right now, that might be the only one you're gonna get for a little while.
See, I'm I'm kind of different with my shit. Yeah, 'cause when I hear somebody doing the auto tune, it kind of just, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like I don't know, you know what I'm saying. Like I can't really like because I avoid anything with the trap. I avoid anything with, you know what I'm saying, the commercial shit. And me personally, like not taking shots at nobody, and this is just my critique of that scenario. It feels like
Mm-hmm.
we're trying to step into that realm of commercialism. And I feel
Right.
like sometimes that's where it gets misinterpreted to a lot of people because, you know, a lot of people automatically assume you do all the tune. It's like you're doing trap, you're doing commercial and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But the way I heard it, for the way you was doing it, it didn't sound like that. So, because, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I would have kept it a buck like, nah, I'm not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
stay true to my roots and shit. And you know what I mean? Like, I just can't. But the whole album was, it was actually pretty dope. I mean, I was, like I said, I was kind of surprised though, because if you listen to This Is Everything, and then you listen to the ladies edition, completely different feels. I mean, not all the way completely, but it was different feels because This Is Everything had like the 90s boom bap feel to it. And then the ladies edition was more like you were coming to age. You were advancing past the 90s boom bap, but still keeping it boom bap. So it was a little bit different, but you could tell you were still staying true to what you were trying to do and shit. I mean, I think it was fucking dope though. I mean, I don't like auto tune and all
Thank
that.
you,
Like I
man.
said, man, keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? But I do have two favorites off of that shit. I definitely feel like Salute. Like I definitely was digging that shit. Like I love the laid back
All right.
beat. You know what I'm saying? I love the concept in it, and I also like Whatever It Takes because Whatever It Takes kind of threw me back to the This Is Everything album. Like that's kind of
Right.
how it sounded. It sounded like you were intertwined in both. So I appreciated it. But me personally, I feel like plus it's like I don't know if it was a drum break loop or something, but something in there with them drums was fucking funky, man. Like that shit was really
Yeah, yeah.
it was slapping. So it's like that shit really had me going. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking loving this beat. I'm loving this song. Like the shit was ill. So those were my two
Thank you, man.
choices.
Appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit is dope. And now that you got me the backstory to it, I'm digging it even more. It kind of makes more sense now. But like I said,
It's funny. It's funny that you said that about Whatever It Takes because that's produced by the same cat that produced the tracks on This Is Everything.
I had a
So that's
feeling.
probably why it has a similar feel, you know. It took you back to that because yeah, that's the same producer, you know.
I had a feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a producer myself, so I can automatically tell somebody's style from one project to the
Yeah,
next. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You could kind of tell, like a Sick Nature beat, an ID beat, like you can tell when it's their beats and shit. And I kind of knew I was like, yo, this is probably the same producer from that last joint because it sounded like it. But I'm glad you had them back
yeah.
on it, or them back on it, because that shit was lit. Definitely one of my favorites.
Appreciate it.
Whatever it takes. Once again, Ladies Edition, man, is on Spotify, all platforms, man. Make sure y'all check that shit out. Definitely worth the listen, man. That shit was hot.
Yes,
You
sir.
have,
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
you have any shout outs you want to give from both albums? Pay homage and shit?
Yeah, man. I mean, Ladies Edition, again, man, big shout out to my brothers Louis Rich and Mo Flavor. I appreciate them, man. Those are two dudes that I grew up with, man. Those are the OGs, man. Mo Flavor is like my mentor, man. He's like the dude that sat down with me when I was a kid and helped me like construct my bars, you know what I'm saying? And get my sword sharp, you know, and Louis Rich was the real OG. He was like the oldest out of the crew, you know, getting into all kinds of shit, you know, keeping everybody on their toes with the slap box and everything. Make sure your hand skills is right, you know. So definitely shout out to those two brothers right there, man. Louis Rich also features on that song Salute, man. That is one of my favorites off the joint as well. So yeah, big up to those two brothers right there, man. I also want a big shout out to my son, Song. You know, he named himself Song when he was like 5 years old, man. I love the name, you know, and he's stuck with it, and he wants more features. He wants more bars on the tracks and everything. So I told him he's got to write his own stuff, and whenever he's ready, you know, step up.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, man.
I always appreciate
That's my shout outs right there.
You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate when parents bring their kids into the game and shit and teach them the right way and really get them into it. Not just the, you know what I'm saying, the business part of it, but also the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes hip hop a beautiful thing. It's the fun part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes people kind of, you know, they push their kids a little too hard with the shit. Like, oh, sell, sell, sell. It's like, yeah, but you take the fun out of it. It's not supposed to be a job. We're supposed to be having fun with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money comes when it comes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, because you really can't make a huge fucking living off of this shit unless you rolling with Diddy and all these niggas. But, I mean, I'm not rolling with Diddy, so, you know what I mean? We all got 9 to 5, most of us. I mean, if you ain't got a 9 to 5 and you claiming you making millions off of underground records, you lying. It ain't happening, bro. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we say we keep it at that, but I definitely appreciate you having your son involved and you're teaching him the right way. You're not just teaching him the new age shit. You teaching them the boom bap. You teaching them the real hip hop, the culture. So salute to that. Salute to you for that shit.
Likewise, man. Because I know you said you got your sons doing the beats and doing the production, man. That's where it's at, man. We gotta, you know, a lot of people complaining about the state of hip hop right now, but that's where the difference is, you know. Like you gotta teach these kids coming up, you know, and a lot of them they're just going astray, you know, and we need to step up as parents and make sure that we're feeding them the right things. You know, it's the same way we came up, man. You know, we came up listening to the music our parents was playing, you know, so it's about what you feeding them.
Yep, pretty much. There's no other way to sum it up. You know what I'm saying? Most deaf. Told my kids as much as I possibly can. Now it's up to them. They want to go dig it in the crates and they want to go do their thing. I'm not gonna pressure them to do this, and that. So it's all you know what I'm saying? It's all up to them. As far as the beats go, man, I told them what I knew. They surpassed me. I don't give a fuck, man. My kids is beast, man. I'm fucking proud, bro. Like I could dead ass pack my shit up and be like, yo, my kids, they own this shit. So that's a beautiful thing in a parent's life, man, when your kids surpass you. Straight up.
Yes, sir.
So
For sure.
But yeah, let's talk a little more about future collabs. Who would you like to work with on the next couple projects? Like any bucket list you got, or in general, just anybody?
I mean, I keep it close, man. I keep it close with my immediate fam. You know, I got a lot of MCs around me, so if I am doing features, I keep it close with my people that are right, you know, nearby. You know what I'm saying? So not a lot of like commercial features that I would like to do songs with per se, man. You know, if it was, it would be the OGs, man. You know, like I named earlier, man, KRS, Rakim, you know, Slick Rick. You know, like those are the type of people that I would like to do songs with. You know, not necessarily. I mean, there's a lot of new cats too, though. You know, that I would rock with. You know, I'm not saying I wouldn't rock with anybody that's doing their thing right now. But yeah, I gotta start there first, you know, and then work my way up to the cats that's doing their thing now, man. Because yeah, I don't feel like I need to have a whole bunch of features to carry my projects. you know, and sometimes I enjoy that. I enjoy not chasing the features so much, you know, because it's difficult. Everybody's busy. You know, it's hard to get Louis on the track. It's hard to get Mo on the joint. You know, everybody's got a life, like you said. You know, people are busy doing their thing, taking care of their family, their kids. You know, so it's a process, man. It's a process, and that's the wild thing. You know, like some of those tracks on the Ladies Edition, some of those songs are like 10 years old, man. Like I wrote some of those songs 10 years ago. You know, and they just have that timeless feel, man. You know, and I'm grateful for that.
Word. Yo, shout out to my brother Todd Price. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody tuning in still. You know what I'm saying? Um, yo, who do you think is two of the worst rappers you've heard more recently? That kind of just makes you just want to shut the shit off.
Oh man, let me think about this one, man. I don't know. That's a good question, man. Wow. I don't know, man. I try not to listen to a lot of the stuff that's out there, man, you know, to be honest with you. But I do hear it when I'm in the car and I put the radio on. So it's hard though. It's hard. It's hard because I like a lot of the new stuff, man. I like a lot of the new stuff. It's hard to put a finger on like who I think is like the worst out there, man. Because I mean everybody's doing their thing. You know, who am I to say who's the worst, man? Somebody likes it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's listening to it. You know, what was that kid back in the days? Man, I forgot what his name was, man. He disappeared. But everybody was hating on him, man. Like he was doing that mumble rap before it was like even a thing. Can't remember his name right now. But like he used to wear the same sneakers all the time or some shit like that. Forgot what his name was, man. But that was like his gimmick or whatever. That was like his thing. You go to the shows like wearing the same like outfit, you know, same uniform to all the shows or whatever. But yeah, they got rid of him. I haven't heard from him in a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I can't call it, man.
Like I came on to this. What was that kid's name? 6ix9ine and all these cats by all the news and shit. I didn't even like, you know what I mean? Cause I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch TV. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of whack shit going on, man. I mean, to each his own and shit. But at the end of the day, bro, some of the shit these clowns be doing, man, be fucking it up for us, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the shit these cats be wearing be fucking shit up, too. Because they'll be looking at me like my pants sagging and shit, tight shit, right? Like, man, you too old to this, and that. All right, so I see some 50-year-old cats rocking skinny jeans. What you gonna say about that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
That shit ain't cool, man. Like we from New York, man. This is our style, man. Timbs, sagging pants, fitted caps. You know what I'm saying? Like, but these kids can just do whatever they want. Why? Because they're commercial. Come on, bro. Like this shit's trash. You know what I'm saying? Any dude rocking their dress, bro, and claiming they hip hop and shit like that. Nah, man. I'm turning TVs off. I'm turning the radio off. I'm going in the bunker. I'm on the ground. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Straight up. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? I try not to hear nobody, but I'm hip hop, bro. Like, this is our culture. We live and breathe this shit. And they out here making money off this shit. It ain't the same fucking thing, bro. We teaching our kids, stay out the streets, have knowledge yourself. And they teaching kids to get drunk, pop pills, and do fucking all types of weird ass shit. I mean, I know a lot of the 90s shit kind of was like that too, but not as... we want to call it, not as all the time. Like, it wasn't every fucking artist.
It's tunnel vision. Yeah, it's one dimension. You're right. You're absolutely right, man. You know, and that's the difference. We had balance. You know, we had balance coming up. That's what I appreciated, man. You know, because you had, like, I was talking about it the other day, because you see how Drake put out that, and what's her name? Beyonce put out those house tracks. But we had house music. You know what I'm saying? We had Jungle Brothers. You know, and Lord of the Fleas, you know, when Cass was rocking Lord of the Fleas and all of that, you know, we had that era, you know, so, you know, you was into it or you wasn't into it, but at the same time, you also had Zulu Nation, you know, putting out a message, Public Enemy, so there was what they would call consciousness, in rap. You know, for me, it's just content, man. You know, you're actually saying something in your lyrics. You're saying something in your music. You're taking advantage of the opportunity to reach people. You know, like some cats, they don't see it that way. A lot of cats are just doing it for the hustle too. You know, so I can't be mad at them. You know, it's better than doing what they was doing before, right?
I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, because I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? The grind is a grind, man. But if we supposed to be role models and shit, and we're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a fan base, it's like you have a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people love you for your music and all you're putting out there is kill yourself, do drugs, go impregnate women. It's like, you know what I mean? It's one thing to keep it in the music, but then when you're doing it in real life, because you see there's a lot of foul shit going on. Dudes is hitting women, superstars are hitting women, and people are kind of ducking away from it, pretending like it never happened because they're famous. Nah, that shit don't fucking float, man. Like I feel like that's we're a role model. So if you're doing that shit, slapping women, not taking care of your kids, that one especially, that shit is not cool. Like, a lot of reality TV shows show us to be dirtbags. They show us they're claiming like love and hip hop. It's in the fucking title. That's not hip hop though. You know what I'm saying? That's not hip hop. That's rap. If you want to be technical, if we're gonna branch it out, hip hop, rap, mumble rap, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's not hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not hip hop. So like, I feel like that's where it kind of fucks everything up for everybody. Because you want to rap about your life, it's cool, but you know what I mean? If you got little kids coming up to you, I admire you, I want to listen to you. You out here telling them to slap people around, like, you know what I mean? Rob the elderly. Like, there's so much shit happening in this generation, bro, that I don't think would ever float in the 90s. Cause people used to get slapped around for fucking jackets and shoes. And that shit would not happen. Like, you know what I mean? An older person try to get robbed in the 90s and slap shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like it's all ass backwards because this shit it's fucking weird, bro. And that's where the hip hop comes in because, you know, you got movies like Beat Street, which shows you the side to us, like the culture, like the breakdown of us. Like, we hold each other down. It's a celebration. We trying to, you know what I mean? But then you got this other shit. It's like, the fuck is this? We're not familiar with this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Entertainment. That's all it is entertainment. But when you're not telling people the truth, that all this shit behind the scenes is scripted, it's not real. You're just as bad as the government. You're lying to everybody. You falsifying the truth. So it's like at the end of the day, man, fuck that. Somebody come up to me, I'm gonna tell them, yo, get off the motherfucking blocks, man. Do some music, get a job, take care of your life. I'm gonna rap about it too. I'm gonna be conscious as fuck about it. But that's why we got rappers like KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? Rakim. We got these type of leaders. As you notice, they're different from these newer leaders, how these niggas is. It's fucking weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they want to rap that whack shit. Let's make their own fucking lane. Do your own thing elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
that's something we've been talking about for years, man. You know, like just having a separate genre, you know, so that it's easily distinguished, man. You know, and I think that's one of the good things about the virtual world, you know, and being on the, you know, on the screen and all of that, the digital world, because now you do have those subcategories or whatever. If you're looking for old school specific 90s New York hip hop, South hip hop, you know, you could look specifically for what you're looking for and you can find it, you know, but sometimes it still gets mixed in there, you know, because the people that's curating the music, they don't know what real old school is, what's 80s, what's 90s, you know, so you'll still get a little bit of that in your playlist every now and again.
I'm gonna make that motherfucking genre trash rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not with that shit at all. There's no lyricism to it. It's the same fucking words being said over and over and over again. It's like, it's motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like, you just rub it in people's ears. It's like, yeah, the beat, you know, and it's funny because a lot of people don't admit it, but a lot of people specifically listen to the beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what it is. Like, you listen to a lot of people listen to the first 3 seconds of a track. If they're not feeling it, they're not going to listen to the rest of the track. But then when you get trapped so much in the beat, sometimes you get distracted by what's being said on the beat. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where shit gets a little confusing to people. But like, there's no real lyricism. I mean, you can sit here and rap a million bars a fucking minute. That's cool and shit. But if you break down a lot of these cats' lyrics, it's all bullshit. Like, it's all gibberish. It's not.
Yeah.
It's no substance. It's not real content. It's just fucking just there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Homie Jamil hopped in the building. Yo, he got bars. That's the homie. Like, we got so many dope artists, man. Like, these type of artists such as yourself need to be put the fuck out there, bro. I'm being real. Like, I feel like
Appreciate that.
we shouldn't have to be fucking sitting here spending mad dough for promo. We should just be naturally added into everything. You know what I mean? Every showcase, every fucking radio show, we shouldn't have to fucking hit them up like, yo, let me get down. It's like, nah, fuck that, man. Like, we're too deep into this shit. Like, we got too much skills and talent to be overlooked this shit.
Yeah, it's different though. It's different now. You know, at least back then, you know, you had to have talent, you know, to get scouted or discovered. You know, now it's all a numbers game. You know, they don't care about what you're saying. You know, even your image doesn't mean that much. You know, the worse your image is, probably the better. You know, in some cases. You know, so it's like, wow, it's just a different time, man. It's all about the numbers. You know, if you have 50,000 files, 100,000 files, whatever it is, whatever the golden number is, that's what really sets off the radar right now.
Yeah, pretty much. That and the money. You know what I mean? That's the other thing that people don't discuss. You know what I mean? If your bank is fucking filled to capacity and shit, you floss some money and shit, you might be allowed in. But at the end of the day, man, you don't see none of these cats in real ciphers. You don't see them in real hip hop venues. They'll be at the bullshit venues where it's just fucking trap artists. It's like, you know what I mean? That's because you floss your money, bro. Like, step into the real venue. Step into the real fucking, you know what I mean? The real events and shit. Because like I was saying before, like, you had the tunnel back then. You know what I mean? Well, real lyricists, real MCs will hop in there. Now you can get this a lot of any venue. All you gotta do is pay $50, pay $100, whatever the fuck the cost is and shit. And that shit just takes the fucking, you know what I mean, the hunger out of artists. It's like, if everybody could just get in, what the fuck's the point of being dope? It's like, it's a waste of everybody's fucking time. It's a waste of talent and shit. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's just my personal opinion on that shit. But I feel like at the end of the day, man,
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like VIP is exactly what it stands for. You know what I mean? If everybody allowed the motherfucking VIP, then what's the fuck's the point of, you know what I mean? Why bother? Like, it's pointless, man. Like, I mean, you could do your music for yourself. I mean, you know what I mean? You can do music for yourself and enjoy it and just let shit happen how it happens. Or you're going to sit there and really get frustrated over the bullshit, dump all your hard earnings into this bullshit and take it and roll the dice and shit. That's just how shit is, unfortunately. But I feel like the fun's being taken out of this shit. Everybody's fucking at each other's throats because nobody wants to work together.
Yeah, I mean, that's real East Coast shit though, man. You know, that's New York style, man, because that's why places like Atlanta started winning, you know, because they had the unity and started working together. You know, and that's the best thing you could do. And we as New Yorkers, it's always a competition first. So it's difficult. You know, that's why I think when you mentioned the question earlier about working with somebody, I don't even think about working with somebody. I think it's just the way that we came up, you know, like if you're going to work with anybody, you're going to work with your crew. You're going to work with the people that's close to you. And it's very seldom that you're going to step outside of that box, you know, and start working with other people. But I do it, man. I work with people all over the world. You know, I'm grateful for that, you know, that I've worked with producers all around the world and artists, you know, overseas and in other states as well. So I like to do that as well. You know, I like to reach out to people that are out of state, you know, and do collabs with them. Because I have a lot of cool people that are fans of my music and follow me and support me. And shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Checking in, you know, I do it for them, man, and I'm happy that the music sustains itself. So that's why I keep doing it, man, and just to keep the essence going, like you said, you know, keep it to the core, you know, what we know as true hip hop, you know, and it's funny because like when we say things like that, we get labeled as the old heads, and you know we sounding like our parents now, right? Talking about what's hot right now. You know, we can't mess with it. You know, the same way our parents couldn't mess with hip hop. You know, coming up. But it's different. It's different because I don't, like you said, I don't feel like it should be in that category. It shouldn't be in that genre. There should be something that separates it.
I mean, like with that, I kind of agree and kind of don't like with the whole being our parents because our generation was completely different though. Because like for instance, like me, I grew up off of 60s, 70s music, and you know what I mean? And I appreciated it. It wasn't automatically like, oh, well, Michael Jackson's popping off, so all this older shit before him, I'm not going to listen to it. Like, it's more so I absorb it all, taking into consideration, even the newer shit. Even in the newer shit, like, even, like, for instance, Drake, prime example. Like, yeah, he gets knocked a lot because he does the lady shit and whatever the fuck else, but there's things that people fail to understand or notice, too. Because this man has contributed to one of the biggest battle leagues in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like he supported them and he went in, and that's, you know what I mean? Like that's huge. You don't see Jay-Z pumping up no money for no battle leagues and for no hip hop stadiums, and you know what I'm saying? Like for him to do that, that kind of separates my perception of him as not just an artist, but as a lover of hip hop, because you know what I mean? Like he got labeled kind of like that way, but the fact that he contributed to that is pretty fucking crazy. But I still will listen to the music. I give it a chance. But a lot of this shit is just like I don't understand it. I mean, I'll listen to it, but that's the difference from them. You know what I mean? Because for the newer generation, you try to tell these little niggas like, yo, listen to Rakim. I don't want to listen to this nigga. Bro, it's the same shit you already listening to. The only difference is the beat is more sophisticated. It ain't motherfucking 3 notes every fucking 16 bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So it's a different kind of situation, circumstance, because we learn from our parents. We still sample from our parents' music. These cats won't really do that. They'll stick with what they think they know, and they won't travel in time. They won't learn the roots. But we are completely different. So thank God for that. I'm glad I was born into the generation I was. Because if I was born into this newer generation, I'll probably be popping Tide Pods and all that weird shit too.
But to that point, hip hop is already recycling itself. You know, you're seeing that they're bringing back a lot of the hip hop tracks. So it is kind of like similar to the way that we were coming up. You know, where we were sampling our parents' records, now they're sampling their parents' records. You know, and bringing it back.
I hope so, man, because you know what I mean. You break the you can break the circle, but if you break the circle too much, it's not a circle no more. You know what I'm saying? It becomes something else that's unfamiliar to everybody. I feel like, and I mean, even when a lot of the older dudes don't get it twisted. Even a lot of the older dudes can give it a try too. Like, just listen to it, see how it makes you feel, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't just shut it out because it's a younger crowd or whatever the case. Because at the end of the day, age is not a part of hip hop. Age does not exist in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You could be 60 years old and be the dopest MC. You'll still get the same kind of love. Whereas if, you know what I'm saying, you're in a different genre of music, you're 60-year-old on stage shows still trying to do the same shit, it might not have the same effect as it would as if we were doing it. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I give them all a chance, man. But as soon as they start with that ignorant shit, I ain't doing it. I won't do it, man. I walk out of fucking shows, bro. I'm like, I'm not doing it because, you know what I mean? Like that's where the train stops, bro. Because it's like, how are we supposed to support each other and talk about there's no age in hip hop, but then as soon as us older dudes hit the stage, y'all young niggas leave.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I'm gonna sit here and listen to your bullshit for a whole fucking hour to support your ass. And you give me dap, hop on motherfucking stage, give me dap. And then you leave when we hop on the stage. You the ones fucking shit up. That ain't us older niggas, that's y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So
For
I'm
sure,
putting that out
man.
there. You know what I mean? The love's got to be mutual. It can't be just fucking, oh, we gotta support them and they don't support us. Nah, man, fuck all that, man. We gotta work together, man. What the fuck kind of shit is that, yo? Like I like that.
And it's unfortunate because that goes back to what we was talking about earlier, man. Like the younger generation right now, they're not doing the research, man. You know, so they don't value, you know, the artists that were there before them. You know, you see cats like, and you know, sometimes I catch myself too because I don't realize that sometimes these kids are born after these artists already, like, you know, they already came and went, you know, so maybe they don't know about them, but I know some kids that go and do the research. Like they're really into hip hop, like, you know, the retro hip hop kids and stuff like that. You know, they're rocking the flat top and all of that. So, you know, there is kids that are still trying to keep it true to the essence, man. And I find a lot of that overseas too, man, in Europe.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
not necessarily here, you know, but overseas, you know, they really try to keep it true to the essence because they love hip hop as the culture. You know, wearing the clothes, you know, and the music and everything else. It all comes full circle. It all comes together.
That's because they're not oversaturated with it. That's why they appreciate it so much. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they came up was not with what we had. We gave them that gem, and then they loved and appreciated it. That's the problem with New York too. It's like it's oversaturated with so much. It's like you don't know which to pick from. You don't know which to stick with. So you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to really blend in or fit in when you don't know where the fuck you're supposed to fit in. Out there, there is
Mm-hmm.
no fitting in. If they like your shit, they like you for you. They don't just like you just because you the most popping as shit. So I mean,
Right.
that's the love. That's the love out there, man. And like I feel like New York and states out here in our country alone should be more like that too. You know what I mean? Bring it back. I mean, you know, you guys shows like Stranger Things and all this shit that brings the nostalgia back, and it really makes people get back in tune with the old shit, and they loving it. So I appreciate the fuck out of that show. I'm just putting that out there real quick. Cause that shit, you watch that, you see them playing with the Nintendos, and it's like, yo, all right, cool. See that's my
Yeah,
type of show.
yeah,
I watch that motherfucking shit, but like. You know what I mean? The reality shows and all that, man. I don't want to know about you beating your girl and you like. I don't want to know about all that, man. Like positivity. I wanna see y'all be a family, not destroying each other. Like the fuck out of here. What kind of TV is that, bro? Like that's that fucking novelas. That's the novelas.
yeah.
Like fucking.
Unfortunately, man, more people want to see, you know, negative than positive. They want to hear negative over the positive. You know, some people don't even want to hear anything, man. They just want to hear the beat, like you said, you know, and unfortunately that's the way it is. But overseas, you know, if you looked at some of my YouTube, you'll see I have a lot of lyric videos. For the ladies edition, the whole album is available via lyric video because I have a strong fan base overseas and they want to know what I'm saying. You know, so they want to be able to read the lyrics. I had that earlier in my career before YouTube, before lyric videos. I used to have people ask me, hey, can you send me the lyrics? Can you post the lyrics? They want to read it because sometimes they can't pick up all the words listening to it the first time or whatever. So the lyric video helps them a lot and they really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. That's a beautiful thing, man. Like the fact that someone actually takes the time out the day to hit you up, like, can you send me the lyrics to this shit? It's a fucking beautiful thing, man. Because you know, back then with the records and shit, some of them actually had the lyrics in the fucking manual. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? I feel like that's something that could actually be brought back. I think more artists should do that because it gives more of an appreciation to the fan base. Because then it could be like, oh, now I see what he's saying. I'm reading it along with him. Like I used to be that dude. I read the fucking covers while I'm listening to the track. I think that would be a huge market to bring it back. If we're gonna bring back shit, bring that back. Put some of the lyrics in
Yeah,
there.
I actually did that with the project, the extended player. I did the liner notes. So I had all of the digital lyrics. So when you download that album, it comes with all the liner notes, comes with all the lyrics. So you can print it out, you know, you can look at it on your phone and you can read it, you know, right there.
Yo, that's what's up. That's a good idea, man. Definitely a good idea, bro. Like I'm glad you did that, man. That's good. That's dope, man. That's dope that you actually contribute to your fan base like that, man. Because unfortunately, there's not a lot of real ones out there that do that. Take that time out. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's hard because a lot of people get flooded and shit all the time and whatnot, but the fact that you take that time, man, definitely makes you a strong artist, man. Straight up.
Appreciate that, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. But gotta throw you a little bit off real quick, man. You down to drop some bars and shit? Kick a little freestyle or something?
Oh shit. All right, man. But I'm not spitting no written, man. I'm spitting like real bars from the top of the dome, doing this Instagram live from my home, giving people an inside look at what we do. Supreme the Almighty, thanks for letting me come through, doing my thing. This is the real freestyle shit. I never wrote this. I hope you appreciate it. I haven't spit freestyle in a minute. Acapulco. That's all I got right now, though, man. Word. Good looks, though, man. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it, man.
No doubt, no doubt. I had to throw you off your toes a little bit and shit, you know what I mean? But definitely you got good. Your albums are good enough. You solid. So you know what I'm saying? It's all good because I know the freestyle shit. You know what I mean? Throws people off sometimes and shit. And so it's all fun and love though, man. Because you know what I mean? Like I came from that lifestyle. You know what I mean? Just spitting freestyling. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm glad to kind of bring it back. I know a lot of people were doing it, so on and so forth, but I miss the 106 at Park days, man. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know
yeah. Me too, man.
So,
but you know, like that was the thing, man. Like a lot of cats call it freestyle, but they spitting written bars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not real freestyles, man. That's not what we do. You know, it's like those cats got exposed in that verses. You know, it's the difference between rapping over your TV track, you know, and spitting your bars live. You know, a lot of cats can't do that, man. That's the difference. You know, and that goes to this era too, you know, with the auto-tune. You know, can you hold your tracks without the auto-tune? A lot of cats can't do that. You know, unfortunately, R&B too. A lot of R&B cats are getting exposed that they can't sing.
Yeah, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, yeah, that shit was I don't even know if we should touch that subject because man, the last two verses, Jesus Christ, man, I felt bad. I felt real bad. I'm like, damn, they got put on blast and shit real quick. Like, I'm glad they doing it though. I'm glad that they, you know what I mean, they're bringing back the nostalgia and shit, but it just goes to show you, man, there's so many fucking curtains cats hiding behind. It's like, you know what I mean? If you can't be real with yourself, eventually the truth will come to the fucking light. And that shit is the wrong way for it to go about. But, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Really sit there and think about it. If you know you can't sing, and you agree, you signed the contract, yeah, I'll go on stage, I'm going to sing live, and you know you can't sing. You can't play it off after like, oh, well, I had a sore throat. Nah, bro. Come on, man. You knew what the fuck you knew. Everyone knew you needed filters to the max to fucking make your voice sound like that. But then we got cats like Mario that does the shit naturally with fucking ease. That shit was bad, bro. I felt, that shit was crazy, man. But that's how a lot of these rappers are too, though. Like a lot of them, that's why they got to bring, not to say it like that, don't get it twisted if anybody listening. A lot of people, I feel like they bring the track, the beat with the vocals on it because they can't memorize the vocal, they can't memorize the writtens. Right. And here's the thing though, in real motherfucking hip hop, you will be exposed if you're not careful. You know what I mean? You hop on that stage, right? You rapping along with your own vocals and shit, and niggas cut the beat off, and you don't know the rest of your lyrics. Ain't nobody gonna save your ass. You done. So,
right.
You know what I mean? You need to put in that extra effort to learn your shit because otherwise somebody gonna put your ass on blast. You're gonna look mad stupid on stage. Like, yo, y'all know the rest of the lyrics. You know
it happens, though. It happens all the time, man. It happens all the time. You know, and we didn't have like prompters on the stage where you can see the lyrics coming up because a lot of cats have that right now too, you know, and they still fucking up in the live show. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's different times, man. You know, I mean, the live show is not a big deal anymore, too, right? Because with COVID and everything, so a lot of cats they don't even know what that feels like. to come up in that circuit. And it's tough, you know, because you in there with other artists, you know, and like you said, they don't want to hear what you're talking about. They waiting for their turn to get up on stage, you know, and if anything, they're leaving after they're done. You know, they do their set and then they're bouncing. But yeah,
See,
the real
that's,
heads
that's,
stay,
that's
you
the
know,
shit I'm
and watch
talking
the
about.
show.
That's the shit I'm talking about, man. Fuck all
Yeah.
that, man. Don't fuck. You know what I mean? And then cash. Yo, I'm gonna say this one real quick, yo. I went to a show, man. I sat there listening to this fucking bullshit ass music for a whole fucking hour, bro. And then these cats want to give me motherfucking gap and take a photo with me. You know what I'm saying, right? Take a photo with me, and then right after the photo, we hopping on stage. These niggas left, bro.
Wow.
Fuck, you gonna take a photo of me and you, post that shit up like we peoples, but you dipped in the middle of the fucking set, bro. Yo.
Right.
Like son, I don't know where people think shit can fly. It ain't gonna fly like that. You know what I'm saying? It's fuck social media, fuck the computers. None of that shit gonna save your ass when people be like, yo, but ain't you that same cat that walked out, but you calling them fam? That's that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's all clout chasing, man. You know, just to post something on the gram, you know, say they was here, say they was there. You know, unfortunately, that's the new wave, right? It's all about social media and, you know,
Clown until
posting,
you make
posting,
it.
posting.
Clown until you make it. Them niggas rocking that heavy clown makeup. I'll tell you that right now. The motherfucking big shoes and
Right.
all that circus top shit. Because that shit did not fly. The next time them niggas perform, bro, as soon as them niggas say, y'all gave them niggas that, right? You know what I'm saying? Walked out of this shit. You want to play the motherfucking game? I'll play that same motherfucking game, bro. We ain't about that life where we're gonna sit here and act like shit is sweet. You walked out of our soul, took your whole crowd with you, and then you know what I'm saying. We brought our people, made them watch your shit out of respect for your bitch ass, and then you sit there and walk out with your peoples and dip on us. We're part of hip hop,
Right.
and like, what the fuck is that? Like, come on. So yeah, that shit is real silly. And that's for anybody listening. Make sure y'all support. Fuck talking this shit. Do this shit, man. Like, don't sit here, yo, that shit. Like, don't go on this nigga Spot's shit, right? Hit the fire emoji, but then don't buy the shit or don't share the shit. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the like button. Like buttons don't do shit for nobody. Can't nobody eat off no motherfucking like button, bro. You know what I'm saying? Share this shit. Buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna pull my motherfucking car because you ask niggas, they'll tell you, I will push they shit. They can tag me in any of they shit. I will push it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the fuck it's supposed to be. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to think. Everyone can say dick riding, whatever. It's support. That's it.
It's support. Yeah. I mean, that's how the indie artists live, man. Because like you said, we don't got the machine behind us. You're not seeing us in your face every day like that. So you got to check for us, man. You know, and I appreciate all my fans that do check for me, man. Like, whenever I put something out, I know there's people out there that's checking for it. They're going to go and they're going to support it. They're going to download it and stream it and all of that. So thank you to everybody out there that's tuned in right now that does support the indie wave, man. You know, because that's how we eat too. You know, that's how we're able to keep doing what we're doing. It's not free. You know, nothing in the world is free. You know that. You know, and everything takes money to, you know, to get it going, to get the wheels turning. So shout out to all the people out there that make their donations and check in, you know, whenever the music drops and check for the new music when they know it's coming. Or One Love.
I mean, support is support. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's weird and it baffles me to see somebody with 100 likes, but then there's no shares. It's like what, like that shit is just, I don't know if that's that fake shit where people is buying shit or I don't know what that is, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna sit there and share the people's shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna participate. And even if they're not, even people who can't afford to do shit because of inflation and the way shit is, you know what I mean? Cost an arm and a leg just to get to the fucking corner store and your whip. It's like, any support is good though, man, because like word of mouth is still the key for this shit to keeping it alive. You know what I'm saying? Because you tell your boy, yo, put my shit on your page, all they people see it, they pass it, so on and so forth. That's how the shit's supposed to be, man. That's why I do these interviews, bro, because I was tired of seeing the bullshit. I was tired of seeing dope artists like you getting overlooked And it's just, you know what I mean? Oh, we support them, but then don't nobody do shit. Everybody standing fucking still. Nah, I'd rather tag you, have you on the show, have people, my people follow you, your people follow me. Whatever happens, happens. Like that's what I want, because I want people to notice and shit. So that's what this show's about, man. Ain't about motherfucking. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
making no money off this shit. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
like the
Shout out
donations
to
here and
you,
there, which
man.
I
Shout out to
support,
you
but
for doing your thing, man. Shout out to you for doing your thing, bro. For real, man. I appreciate this platform right here. And thanks for having me on, man. You know, and I appreciate you checking out the music and everybody else that's tuned in, you know, checking me out for the first time, you know, and the people that have been rocking with me. You know, I appreciate everybody out there, man. Word, it's love, man. Like you said, we need people to go out there and support us, man, and not just like watch the joints, but actually download it and share it and tell your people about it, because that's word of mouth. That's the way we do it.
exactly, yo. Everybody connect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching this, you fucking love his music, man. Support. Hit him up for collabs. Hit him with fucking pre-production. Let him say something. Like everybody work fucking together, man. Like you got skills, man. Like I definitely, I love what you do with the hip hop. Like I said, once again, it was kind of like your shit is like it's nostalgic, man. Listening to your fucking album, bro. Like I felt like it was Master Ace and meets Large Pro, or like it was just very ill. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I love my '90s boom bap, man, and I feel like you definitely deserve a chance, man. Like fuck that, yo. If Ninth Wonder's listening, man, hit this man up, bro.
Word, right?
Straight up
Thanks,
and
man. I
down.
appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But
Appreciate that, man.
I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate everybody tuned in. I appreciate everybody watching the shows, going back to the YouTube, re-listening, man. I appreciate everybody, bro, because at the end of the day, I'm one of y'all. Y'all me. I relate to everybody. I'm an MC, producer, PR campaigner, father, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm everybody. I am everybody, so therefore I can relate. I put myself in everybody's shoes. I know what the fuck this feels like to be overlooked. I remember when people would take my CD, not play this shit, fuck them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I've been there. I've been there and I've done that. And I know how it is. I know what people, I even been in situations where people were like, oh, you got to pay me hundreds of dollars for me to listen to your song. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
ain't doing
yeah.
all that. That shit is stupid. Like, that's lame, man. Like, the fuck, guys. So I can relate. You definitely deserve that kind of spotlight, you know what I mean? So here you are. Hopefully, it
Yeah,
reaches to
man.
the right people. You know what I'm saying? Snow Goons, Creative Juices. You know what I mean? All my people is yo support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Likewise, love is love, man. Yeah, we all gotta connect, man. Keep the wheels turning, man. Keep hip hop alive, man. You know, like if that's the mission, you know, let's do it, man. You know, we definitely need New York to link up and work together more. You know, there's a lot of artists out there that I would love to work with. I definitely want to work with your crew, you know, and just keep building, man. Let's just keep putting out good music. Good music, man. That's all I want. I just want to listen to good music every day and just keep creating, man. Creating the best shit that we could do possible.
Well, it's all up to us, man. Like I said, everybody just work together, man. Make this shit pop. You know what I'm saying? It's not an old, new nigga shit. Ace is not existing hip hop. You know what I mean? That shit only exists in rap.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter how old you are. You know what I'm saying? Just hold the fucking shit down, man. So definitely keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate your time and shit. I'm gonna drop this shit on YouTube when I get a chance to and shit. I gotta edit it and everything, you know what I'm saying? But definitely,
All
bro,
right.
I appreciate you, man. I hope more people get to listen to your music. You got a dope style. I love the albums. Everybody, his albums is on Spotify, all the platforms, man. Make sure you tune in, support, follow him. You know what I mean? I don't know, click that little link up top, whatever the fuck people do. Follow him and shit, support the music, man. We also we got projects coming though, man. You know what I mean? Like we was
All
talking
right.
about that shit
You
earlier.
know,
We got some projects gonna be
yes,
dropping, man. So that's another
yes,
reason why you have to
definitely.
stay tuned.
Definitely, man. Yo, Supreme, man. Thanks, man. It's a pleasure meeting you, my brother. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you. And again, shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight and everybody that's gonna watch this later on YouTube. People that couldn't make it tonight, you know, big up to them still, man. People was checking for it. You know, they wanna support the platform, man. And shout out to you again, man. Thanks for your time, man, and thanks for what you're doing for hip hop, man. It's a big a big look right here. I saw you had a couple of my other peoples on here, you know, and I love what you're doing, man. Just keep doing your thing, man. Stay strong, man. We need to keep you safe out here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Hip hop's in the vein, bro. All I can do is just share the love. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely.
Right.
You got any final shout outs you want to give and shit?
Yeah, man. I just want to shout out my son, Song. One more time, I'm gonna shout out my brothers Louis Rich and Mo Flavor. Thanks to my brothers for being a part of, you know, my music and going for the ride with me, man. And I want to shout out Supreme, the Almighty. Thanks for having me on the platform, bro. You know, like I said, man, keep doing your thing. You know, I'm supporting you. You know, I'm behind you 100%, my brother.
You already know. You already know, bro. I appreciate your time, man. I'm gonna hit you up in a few minutes after I shut this shit down, though. But yeah, we definitely gonna work, man. And yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, easy, man. Be safe.
All right, bro. Peace.
One.
Yeah, that was the homie Spot One, aka Spot. You know what I mean? That's his new name. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be doing anything in the world right now, but you chilling with us and shit. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube. I got all the previous episodes, etc. I don't know. I think we up to like 60 now or some shit. Anyways, make sure to follow him. Follow Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, DJ Poppy Blaze, Blaze Em Up Radio. There's so many names, there's so many contributors, there's so many sponsors, so many of the fam. Shout out to my brother Dice One also, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, yo. I appreciate y'all, and I will check you next weekend. Peace.